All right, gang, welcome to episode 47, almost to 50 of the Tough Lift podcast. All right, today we have a new background. All right, got rid of the ghetto wall paneling, moved my computer desk around here. I got to figure out a way to have like little doodads and stuff because I appreciate the little guys. Things that athletes have brought back or I've collected upon my way. Um, Something fun to look at. But today we're going to be talking about some real tips to athletes, whether you're a beginner or even experienced, or a coach that maybe is looking for some things that could help their athletes. They're just kind of like in a rut thinking. But these are real tips. This is not your, like I always tell anyone that comes on the show, I'm like, hey, guest A, this is not a podcast where I'm trying to be like 5 tips to help your overhead squat. Like those are boring. No one gives a shit. They don't help you. Go on ChatGPT and that can fucking tell you. Um, these are real tips from experience, right? I have literally now power cleaned for some way, shape, or form for 18 years. Okay, I am a senior citizen as far as I'm concerned in the weightlifting world. I've coached for a number of those years because I just naturally edged towards the coaching side. I've competed well over 30 competitions throughout my career. And like, was I an elite lifter? No, most most fucking aren't. But do I move pretty decently? Yes. And I'm gonna give myself a pat on the shoulder for that one because I cared about my movement and I had coaches that cared. Um, so the experience I'm gonna give here are real tips. These are tips that I had to learn the hard way, and I wish upon all of you that you learn along the way to not do it wrong for like 6 months or a year or longer and then do it because you're going to waste so much fucking time. Okay, a good coach really, what we do is we alleviate the amount of time you're doing it wrong. All right, so the first one I'm going to pop out there kind of sounds like a self plug, but there's a backstory to it. Is literally spend money on coaching. Okay, and if you're a young kid or you don't have funds, like go into a gym and ask, like, hey, what can I do to make up for coaching? They need media, they need fucking their trash taken out, they need all these different things. I'm sure you can find something as a pay for. But literally spend money on coaching. All right, the coaching I received was awesome for what we had at Fort Bragg. I had my commander, Captain Farmer, and our XO, Captain Broderick, and they both taught me a lot. Okay, and I did not know a lot of things when it came to weightlifting. I was very raw and new. They helped me learn the basics. All right, and they sent me links to go watch things and stuff like that. But for a long time, while I was in the army, maybe due to the oorah bravado of the infantry, I felt like I didn't need a coach. I'd figure out on my own. I had done a lot of that on my own in every aspect of life, so I just kept going with it. Um, there was even the climbing gym we went to was called Red Rock, and Red Rock converted their other side of the gym to a CrossFit gym. We had one literally at the gym we were going to climb every other day at. And yeah, big surprise. I was a boulderer. I climbed a lot. They fucking had coaches like there, and we just felt we didn't need it. We were doing fine on our own. We've been CrossFitting longer than them or whatever. But like, it was absolute bullshit. I probably would have progressed a ton faster had I found a weightlifting coach. Now, like a little gray area with like a CrossFit coach, not really specified. But a weightlifting coach would have definitely helped me progress further and faster because once I actually did get a weightlifting coach when I was in Detroit, man, I started grooving. Okay, so for all those garage warriors or athletes in the rando areas that don't have like coaches around them, definitely try to find one. All right, even if it's remote because there's so much tech now on this thing, you can like literally FaceTime sessions and watch your athletes and get immediate feedback. So get a coach. Okay, spend that money. Stop getting extra espresso thrown in your coffee or buying a new pair of Lulus. Spend the money on what you actually want to progress in. Okay. Second big thing is do competitions. Okay. For a long time, I wasn't able to do competition in CrossFit or weightlifting because of the schedule we had to have readiness for in the Army. We had to be basically ready to go within 12 hours when we were on our QRF setup there. And effectively, I wasn't able to do competition. So I was able to train, and we would have, like, I guess you'd call it inter unit competitions. But, like, we were already kind of accelerated, our company, Alpha Company, because of our commanders. So everyone else, kind of, like, to be blunt, they kind of sucked. They didn't have the experience. So we were just kind of alpha top dogs. And that's the thing, like alligators, ironically, alpha gators is what we were called. They grow based on the size of their environment. So, like, we weren't growing as much as we thought we were. Competitions are important because they let you realize, why are you doing the thing a certain way? Why are the specifics there? Why is there rest a certain way? And why are we supposed to effectively hold certain positions or stuff like that? Super important to the sport. Very sports specific, and it will help your training. I have yet to have somebody like do a competition and be like, "Oh, my fucking training is terrible now because I did that competition." All right, they only make athletes better. At 4 star in particular, we kind of have like we'll call it a soft rule of, you're able to do and encouraged to do. I guess I should word that differently. A competition, and then we won't bother you if you don't ever want to do another one. Like, we'll ask just to be polite. We don't want anyone feeling left out, but we will ask and ask and ask and ask and ask and ask and ask until you do your first one. Then we'll leave you alone. Number three, okay, is a big one. Make friends and training partners. Okay, I'm not saying these people need to be like your next best mate and going to be coming to your wedding, but I think it is good to make gym friends, not just come in, stay to yourself, not talk to anyone, not socialize, and leave. I don't think it really benefits you. Okay. And you can be like, weightlifters are fucking weird. We are a weird group of people. We encourage that behavior, I think, at some times. So, like, don't be afraid of being ostracized because you're a fucking weirdo. Like, embrace it. If anything, there's a lot of weird people in our sport. So come in, find friends, because those friends are going to actually, like, motivate you, cheer you on, help you, assist you, push you, all those types of super important things when it comes time to really push the pedal to the metal. And that is going to help you because there's going to be a lot of days where you just feel like shit. A lot of days where you feel like shit. And they will be the ones that are by your side. They'll hold you accountable. When you're not showing up, they'll shoot you a fucking text, be like, "Yo, John, I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on?" Those are the people you want in your corner. Family and friends, loved ones at home, they're great, but, like, they don't really give a fuck. Versus your training partner, when you don't show up, you're kind of fucking them. You're kind of like leaving them up to train on their own, which nobody wants. So they're gonna call you on that shit. Uh, so definitely have a training partner. Definitely make some friends in the gym. It just makes it a lot better, right? You're doing a really hard sport. You're testing gravity every day. Make it somewhat more enjoyable. You chose the sport. Okay, number four. This one's kind of a weird one, but train in austere conditions. Okay, those of you that don't understand by austere what I mean, I'm saying these are conditions that are not your regular gym. Your regular training environment, whether it's your garage, whether it's your home gym, your CrossFit gym, um, get out of it. Okay, you're too used to the equipment, you're used to the feel, the vibe, all of that stuff. Get out of it. Also, get out of fucking gyms. Take your bars and bumpers to a parking lot. Take your bars and bumpers. I've taken them camping with me. Obviously, when I was in the military, I deployed and we had to lift on junky ass shit equipment. Go to the local rec. Go to a fucking YMCA and go do your training session. These things will only make your little pretty princess ass better. And yeah, I say that because most of you all are fucking spoiled. Okay, when I was brought up in weightlifting, there was, like, not great equipment. When I was in the army, we had real shit ass equipment. So when I got the really good equipment, it was like, damn, I've earned this. Some of y'all just, like, it's like getting, when you're 14, 15 years old, like, a keys to a fucking Maserati. Like, you don't really deserve it. To be blunt, call me old school on that, but you don't. You should have to work on some shitty ass equipment so that way, A, you can never blame your fucking equipment, and B, you can feel what it's like to work out in a wildly different environment than you're used to that is not ideal and makes training harder because it's going to make you a little bit harder, which is probably going to make you push a little bit harder. And in return, You're going to be a better lifter because you've fought against these negatively developing conditions. So yeah, change it up, mix it up. I'm not telling you to like start randomly, packing up all your equipment and working out in the woods, but you get what I'm saying. And then the last one that I say to a lot of people is please, if you're going to watch weightlifters, I have a lot of athletes, I did it myself back in the day. If you're going to watch elite level lifters, whether they're male or female, please watch what they are doing, not what they are lifting. Okay, and what I mean by that is don't get caught up in the numbers on the bar. Okay, get caught up in how are they setting up for the lifts? How are they hitting the lifts in the back? How are they training through misses? How are they resting in between their attempts? All that shit, that's really what's going to actually develop you. It's also where 90% of the lifting takes place. Fuck, 95, 97% maybe. So I really encourage you guys, this again was a quick one, all right, to take your time, take these tips to heart so you're not a fucking goober, all right, and you're taking 2 years before you finally realize, like, oh, fuck, I could get a lot better, but I'm just being kind of stubborn. And take this to heart. If you like this, please share it, obviously. I appreciate it. Other people can get better. So, fuck, number 6, share good information. Have a good day, guys. See you around.